Hello, my wonderful friends. Welcome back for another weekly reading. Let's see what we have got coming to us this week. So I have, again, this week I decided to do the Sacred Travelers Oracle deck and my favorite, the Light Seers Tarot cards. So let's give a quick shuffle here and see what the week potentially has ahead for us. I was shuffling these cards a little bit earlier and they kept jumping like that, and so I'm really trying to figure out what is going to happen in this reading, because they are staying in chunky chunks. So we're going to see what happens here. Okay, we've got these guys. Okay. Oh boy, lots of action. Lots of masculine energy. Okay, so the cards that popped out, which I'm kind of laughing because they were popping out in chunks earlier and we just had 2 cards. So I'm going to say that these are important cards for us to pay attention to. The Knight of Swords, which is this card. I kind of like this card and I kind of don't like this card. I love the imagery of this person running to get on the motorcycle. And in my mind, this is a rescuer. And when I look at this card, it means that I'm going to be called into quick action to save the day. That's the feeling that I get from it. I have had personal experiences in my life back up that, hey, when this card comes calling, there's a time that I need to step in and give my expertise and just kind of get everything settled down. So for me, when I'm taking this as this week has got the potential that I'm going to be needed and that I'm going to need to kind of drop everything and go. So maybe this is a week where I need to plan as much as I can to be able to do that. Now, we've got Mercury in retrograde right now, and it's the time of review, and we often have these times when it seems like everything goes wrong, kind of a thing. That's what Mercury retrograde is pretty much known for. So I'm wondering if this Knight of Swords is actually hey, while you're able to take care of what you're able to take care of, and yeah, there might be a little something that you need to attend to this week. And that would make sense because of Mercury retrograde. But I love it sitting next to the Emperor card. This guy is cool as can be. And that's how I want to be. If I've got something that I need to drop everything and run for, or lend my expertise, or go save the day for somebody, I want to be cool and calm. The Emperor really knows that he rules his kingdom, and he has the foresight to understand that with great power comes great responsibility. So the Emperor is somebody who wants to make sure that he's taking care of people while he cares for his kingdom. This is really interesting too, because the Emperor is associated with Mars energy. As you can see, he's sitting on, it looks like some kind of ball. It's supposed to be Mars. So it's really that spicy, fast action. We're in Aries season. We've got all kinds of wildness going on. So it looks like maybe this is an indication that this week we might have some unexpected things popping up, but we totally have the capability to deal with them. The other thing that I notice here when I put these 2 cards together, in terms of energy, we've got super fast action combined with taking the time to really think about what is going on? What do we want the outcome to be? And it makes me kind of come up with this idea that perhaps we feel that we need to hurry up and run and do that. And yet maybe this is the call to slow down and take another peek and really think about what the next step might be. You know, in this particular card, the Emperor's holding a chess piece. And when you play chess, you need to think a little bit further ahead than your step that you're about to take with your chess pieces. So maybe that's what it's telling us. So let's see what the underlying energy of the week is. Oh my goodness, the Eight of Swords. Okay, I have a total love-hate relationship with this card, okay, because do you see this woman? She is kneeling down, and first of all, she's making herself really small because she probably feels like crud. She looks like she feels like crud. She has got a mirror reflecting back to her, and she is tied up and blindfolded, and people are picking. Well, birds are picking. This is totally the card where when I see this, it's the energy of someone feels trapped. They feel like they don't have any control. They're feeling like a victim. But in actuality, if they take a look around them, they have way more control than they feel like they have. You see, she's not actually bound. She's not actually blindfolded. That's just how she feels. That's how she's thinking. She's tied up in her thoughts. She's got so much going on. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I certainly have felt this way many times in my life. And one of the things that I have found has been really important is to acknowledge that it's okay that I feel this way, even though it may not actually be true. As a life coach, one of the greatest and most valuable questions that I have been taught and have experienced is, how true is that really? And the Eight of Swords, that is a how true is that really kind of card. So let's see what kind of advice the Sacred Traveler has for us this week. We've got a lot of energy going on, and you know, it's interesting too. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I feel like there are emergencies to tend to, or I feel like I'm not taking time to rest or time to care for myself, that's when I find that my brain goes to this place of feeling out of control. And it is really, really helpful to remind myself the areas that I do have control over. I always, no matter what, I always have control over the way that I respond to a situation. Even if I can't control or change the situation, I can choose how I respond to it. And when you're in the feels, that may not feel like a very big deal, but in actuality, that's what can really shift you from feeling like the victim to the person that has more control in the situation. I'm a big fan of choosing to respond rather than react. And I'll be honest with you, I do it a lot, but I am certainly not 100%. And it's a really valuable tool to have in your toolkit to take a moment and pause before you respond and think about things before moving forward. It can really help you to make sure that you're acting in alignment with what's really for your best. Okay, so let's see what the Sacred Traveler has for us as our advice for this week. Ooh, solitude. In silence, peace prevails. This is so interesting too, because remember we were talking about how the emperor takes time to think things through. You know, the emperor definitely is, well, I shouldn't say definitely. I am sure that an emperor would have many advisors who are experts in different areas, but those advisors are not the ones that make the decision. It's the emperor that makes the decision, and it must take quite a bit of trust and knowing that you have all the resources you need within you. But how do we find that? When we are running around like wild men, it's just a reminder that we need solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So let me grab the book. This is the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Linn. I really love the way that she writes in this book. So I'm going to read it, the whole thing to you. I'm not a big fan of reading, but I am going to read the whole thing to you because she just does such a remarkable job. Okay. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. The card meaning. In silence, you'll find a depth of self-awareness as well as inner peace. This is not a time to venture forth with a new project or a new cycle. This is the time to step back and be still. In quietude, you can seek and uncover your deepest inner truth. Seek solitude and all will be revealed. No matter what's happening around you, find serenity. No matter what's happening around you, find serenity. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know your power is born in stillness. Sometimes the traveler is in such a hurry to reach the next peak. This is so funny. That he gets separated from his spiritual source. However, when the traveler takes time alone, everything falls into perspective. Take the time out of your day to be completely quiet. Take slow, deep breaths. Imagine inhaling vitality and exhaling all that is not needed. Affirm that all is well. Move past the chatter and the chaos on the road of life. Be still and hear the voices of your higher self and your spirit guides. Oh my goodness. It so echoes everything that we were talking about. I love whenever the oracle cards tend to, when they really just drive home that idea of, hey, look past this because bam, this is what's about to come, and you need to find peace in the wildness. I love when the oracle cards give us messages of self-care, and I love when the oracle cards reiterate everything that we saw in our quick little energies of the week. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I would love to hear what you think. So leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And I will see you next week. Take care, friends.